Alright, and this is part 2 on how to do the timing chain on this Toyota Camry with the 2.4 liter engine. Also will apply for so many Toyota with the 2.4 liter engine, Scion, Lexus, also Pontiac bike. So let's go ahead and do it. I'm gonna pull out the timing chain, guys. Here, this one on this side has 12mm bolts here on the bottom and two 10mm bolts on this one, 1 and 2 here. Alright, I'm replacing these two sprockets here. This one is for the crankshaft and this one is for the oil pump. That's the part number. These are from the dealer. You can see that the one for the crankshaft, the cutout here is smaller than this one. The cutout of this one here is much wider, as you can see. That is this one is for the oil pump. There is the part number right there for from the dealer, from Toyota dealer. So we're replacing both of them. And the timing chain guide that was kind of broken, so these three components we're replacing. Hopefully that helps to reduce the noise, because I cannot find any other problem on the vehicle. I think the noise was because the timing chain guide was broken. Maybe that's why. Maybe the timing chain was kind of playing like this to the sides. See here, this one is from the dealer also. This one is the one that is brand new. See, here is the old one, and as you can see right there, it's broken. See, so maybe the timing chain was playing, I don't know, was making some noise. Only suspected components is these, and these gears are kind of funny. I have a hard time putting them in on the crankshaft, and they kind of play too much, not like these ones, not like the ones from the dealer. $12mm bolt for the guy here, for the oil pump. I'm gonna take out the chain here for the oil pump, and for this to happen, this hole has to come about this direction here, kind of like here. There is a hole inside, and I'm gonna be using this screwdriver. This is a Phillips, to insert it once we reach we find a hole inside, which is in this direction, in order to lock it and then take out the nut here. 27mm socket here. Put it on the crankshaft because we gotta turn it to bring this hole all the way here, about here. Alright, I already found the hole inside. I lined them up. Very stuck. I got it finally. That is the hole right there. You can see right there, that's where I inserted this screwdriver. This is the gear here for the oil pump, and this one has a flat side on top, as you can see on the top part right there, flat side, and that one matches the flat side on the stud right there too. Right there, I already locked it. When this oil pump is on time, you can see the dot right there, on that direction, exactly where it is, and the two holes are like this, almost like kind of like a 12, not exactly a 12, but you see the dot on this direction here. Alright, here is the camshaft gear. As you can see, here is the bolt for 10mm bolt, still tightened. Before losing it, we have to unlock this timing chain gear here. We gotta take out this cap here in order to put air here, about 21 psi. That's what Toyota says, but in my experience, I have done so many of these, the more air you put, the faster it's gonna unlock. In my experience, it has worked much better when I put more pressure, because sometimes these camshaft gears are very hard to unlock, and sometimes they unlock very easy. And my suggestion when you're doing this, just make sure you have the engine on time. Make sure the camshaft don't move. I have locked them here, as you can see here. You can use different tools. This is not the appropriate way to lock these things, but that's what I have done. I don't have something to lock them properly, but as long as they don't move, this engine is 100% on time right now. And that is the hole right there. It hardly can be seen, very small right there. I hope we don't have to put tape on the other side, because otherwise we have to take the camshaft out of here, and I don't feel like to do that right now. Now to unlock it, this will unlock to the advanced side. This is the advanced side to the left, and now it's locked to the retard side. Now when these gears unlock easily, you just put air here, apply air, and they unlock by themselves. You don't even have to put your hand here, because usually you have to put your hand and put in pressure to the advanced side, to the advanced right there, to the left, at the same time that you put in air here. And I forgot to mention that sometimes a lot of oil splashes, might splash in your face, so be careful with that. I'm gonna put this thing here and this thing here. Right, like that. Let's see. Nothing. So I'm gonna be putting pressure here with my hand and see if that helps. There it goes. See, now I can move it. See? Now I don't want to move it too much to the retarded side, because if I bring it all the way to here, to the retarded side, then I'm gonna lock it again. However, I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna lock it again, and hopefully I don't have problem to unlock it again, because sometimes it unlocks the first time, and then to unlock it again, then you have a serious problem. But the only purpose is to show it one more time. Right now it doesn't move. I locked it again. I'm gonna see if I'm able to unlock it. Alright, as you saw, it's unlocked. See, I can move it. If I go all the way here, I'm gonna lock it again. But now I don't want to do it anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and take out the bolt, and then I'm gonna install it, following the process again in order to proceed with the timing chain. Alright, the sprocket here, see the mark, that right there, that's a timing mark, and it's lining up with the timing mark here on this side. This is a groove where the pin goes, the straight pin, that's what it's called, the straight pin, the one that is in the camshaft. It goes here exactly on this groove. So this groove is supposed to be lining up with this dot, this one, and the timing mark here, the timing mark, once the sprocket is locked. But now, because it's unlocked, this one is not matching, it's not lining up with the dot, neither with the timing mark here. This one is a good example here. This one is locked. As you can see, the key groove is lining up with the dot right there. And then if we go here like this, you can see the timing mark is lining up with the dot, and also with the key groove, because this timing chain gear is locked at this moment. That's how it looks when it's locked. So I'm gonna go ahead and install it right now, and we're gonna install it like this, exactly like this. If you get correlation code for not installing this timing gear properly, then you will have to redo the job again. So always do things carefully when you come to install these components. That is the straight pin right there, this one. This one here, that's what Toyota calls a straight pin. So the groove of the timing chain gear has to go inside here, inside the pin. And to install this, the first thing you do is apply some oil here, engine oil. I just did it. I thought I was recording, but I was not. So before installing it, this is the group here. Make sure you put the group in this direction about here. Always put it before the timing mark. The timing mark is about here. You just calculate it. And then I'm gonna be turning it to the advanced position until the groove falls into the straight pin right there. Alright, do you realize how easy it is if you put the groove about in this direction here and then you run the time and chain gear all the way up to here until the groove falls inside the pin, and then you just push it inside and that's it. The next step is to check to make sure there is no clearance between the camshaft and the sprocket here before installing the bolt. If you try to close any clearance here with the bolt, then you might break something, then it's going to be a big problem, so be careful with that. Because there is nothing here, there is no clearance, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this bolt. They go 40 foot-pounds. Alright, make sure the bolt goes all the way inside by hand. The last step here, and that is only turning the gear all the way till it locks, and then we're done with this here. Alright, it's locked. See? It won't go anywhere right now. That's all it will move. So I'm done with this timing chain gear here for now. Alright, and this was part 2 on how to do this timing chain on this Toyota Camry with the 2.4 liter engine. If you want to see part 3, thanks for watching and God bless you all.